The Fargo Five, I'm Conrad Fargo. This is Fargo, the city of frost and fire. You're going to learn all about this north of Normal Metro, one person at a time. Welcome to Fargo, the city of frost and fire. Learn all about this north of Normal Metro, one person at a time. Hey, how about that? Live radio. Did you catch that? We're here with Kelly Binfet. Hello, Kelly.
Hi, good morning.
That was a technical error, I guess, from the intro music, which I play off of YouTube.
Oh.
It jumped straight to, it did an autoplay to the next video.
Oh, okay.
That's a new feature.
Okay.
That was disabled before and enabled now. So then
Now
you got that was last week's show. So technical difficulty, but here we are. Here we are. And where were we? I was introducing you. Holy buckets, Kelly Binfet from Fargo Junk Market. Hello, Kelly.
Hi.
So you are a Fargo native?
I am.
Okay.
Born and raised.
Born and raised. Where did you go to high school?
I went to Fargo North High School.
Fargo North, so you're a Spartan.
I am a Spartan.
Now, Fargo North has really expanded their territory. So, you know, everybody, if you are north of I-94,
oh, okay.
you go to, so I live over near Prairie Wood.
Okay.
And my kids, if we stay there until they're in high school, are going to go to Fargo North. Can you believe?
Crazy.
That is,
my kids are out of school, obviously, and graduated from college, but yeah, it's changed a lot.
And did you raise your kids in North Fargo as well?
I sure did.
Okay, in the Longfellow district?
Horace
okay.
Mann Elementary.
Very good.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I went to Longfellow in Washington.
Oh, okay, yeah. That North Fargo is kind of, and I think people who aren't from North Fargo, honestly, don't even know. It's kind of a special little community up there.
It is. And I was born in North Fargo.
Yeah.
I married someone who lived on my street 3 doors down. He went to Shanley. I went to North. And we live in North Fargo. Yeah. It's a thing.
I grew up all around Fargo and in Moorhead. I mean, we moved around a lot when I was a child. And then I got into real estate, some years ago, 6-7 years ago. And I had no idea when I got into real estate, just how special it was and what it is up there. And so you still live up in
I do.
North
I live
Fargo.
in the
same
Holes
house?
edition. No.
Okay.
I live in the Holes edition, but we're about a block away from Horace Mann Elementary School.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, fantastic. And so what is it that you do? Is Fargo Junk Market your day job?
It is.
Okay,
it is.
That's your whole kit and caboodle. How long have you been doing that?
I've been doing this since COVID. So I've been a reseller since about 2016, and I worked for the Ronald McDonald House.
Uh-huh.
And then I did this kind of on the side, and during COVID, I was a part of a lot of junk markets, but Fargo Junk Market has been around since 2012 and was started by Maria Bozak of Eco Chic.
So that's a company that you purchased?
Correct. So I bought the business from her, and in 2021. So this will be our 7th show, I think, that we're putting on, my husband and I. And we have about 50 vendors, 53, I think. It's anywhere from 50 to 60 usually.
Yeah.
And we do a show in the spring and a show in the fall.
Well, we'll talk more about that show in the next segment. What I wanted to know more is about you.
Oh,
and what
sorry.
you No. It's all very improvisational, but I'm just curious. I think people want to know. So you were an online reseller first.
Not online. So I would do pop-up shows.
Oh.
So
That's a whole...
I'm a vintage reseller, but
I have no idea. So this is I'm very interested, like in this whole... So you buy things and then resell them.
Yes.
And you've been doing
mine
that...
are primarily thrifted or estate sales or curb, cleanup week is a big deal. But
wow. It really is junk.
Yeah. So that's what I like. So I specifically collect pottery, industrial things, primitive wood things.
How do you start? Where does it all begin? Where does it begin? Like what is the?
It's really funny because everyone that does this kind of has a backstory of who they were inspired by, and mine. I think my parents were thrift store people. My dad used to curb shop, and we would be embarrassed at the time, but now I think it's great. But just sort of came by it naturally. And then I had a garage sale one time with this was years and years ago. And a friend of mine brought her friend, and they owned the store Red Silo. And they came to my garage sale and bought like $400 or $500 worth of things to put in their shop and said, you should really think about doing this. And I was like, doing what?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, this could be a business.
This is the whole thing.
Right.
And so at that time you had a job?
I did.
How many years ago was this?
Oh, boy. Well, when we were married, I was the wedding and events coordinator at the Plains Art Museum.
Oh, wow.
So that was my job for 10 years.
Wow.
And then I was a realtor for 1 month.
Oh, yeah.
And then
it's a lot harder than you think it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
people think they can do it. It's not. Yeah,
nope.
It's not as easy as you think.
Anyway, and then I was at On Sharp briefly, and then I was at Concordia College.
Yeah.
And I'm going out of order here, but Ronald
so
McDonald
you were kicking around.
Yeah,
you were in one place for 10 years, but then you kind of here, there, and the other.
Yep.
And always you were holding garage sales.
Yeah.
Because you like to just find stuff.
I love it.
I get that. It's in my blood too. Actually,
yes.
that's so.
That's amazing.
I'm intensely interested.
Good. Well, you should come on Saturday.
It's very cool. And then the garage sale, and you made that into a full-time.
I did.
Wow.
So when I bought the show, I had been a vendor in Fargo Junk Market for years. And then Maria was going a different direction with her brand, with EcoChic, and then sold the business to Tim and I. And then we've changed it somewhat. So, but like you said, we're going to talk about that. But the first time I did this and people bought my stuff that I had collected, it was just like so exciting and thrilling because I found my thing. I was never in sports. I never had never had a thing that was just mine that I was good at.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, I found my people. But the through line, I think my mom was the one that said it to me, that you kind of always have led up to this with events and event planning and conferences. I did a lot of conference planning in Minneapolis, and so putting together a show is kind of my thing. So.
Well, that's so cool. That's very
Thank
cool.
you.
You're a fascinating person. We're going to talk more about the show coming up. That's going to be the next segment, Fargo Fun. First, we're going to listen to the Beatles, who doesn't like the Beatles, with their song Don't Let Me Down. So we'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.